Welcome to Psychology of the Daf. We are in Gemara Pesachim Daf Tzadei Vav. Recently, because of COVID, people have brought into question the custom of kissing the mezuzah. What is the significance of this custom? My father, who was a Talmud of Rav Hutner Zatzal, was not big into what I'd like to call PDRP, public displays of religious piety, and so he would not kiss the mezuzah amongst other practices. He would say, the chovos halvavos, duties of the heart, are more important than a tangible act. Fair enough, but what is the significance of a mezuzah, and how should one behave in order to maximize it? The Gemara on Amud Aleph notes that when the Paschal sacrifice was brought in Egypt, there was no altar. The altar they used was, as the Gemara puts it, 3 parts of the door upon which the blood was sprinkled, and that took the place of the altars in Egypt. The blood was applied upon the lintel and upon the 2 doorposts, and there was nothing else. Now, that got me thinking about the doorposts as a religious object. A doorway is psychologically powerful. It implies entering or exiting, that is, moving out or moving into a space. Maseches Derech Eretz Rabbah, Perek Daled Mishnah Aleph, counsels us to maintain proper comportment and attitude when we enter and when we exit. The Torah rarely provides explanations for the commandments. However, some rituals are so obviously symbolic that one would have to be completely obtuse to not grasp their intent. Tefillin and mezuzahs are one of those mitzvahs that literally have their instruction manual built inside. It says in the Shema that we're supposed to keep the words of the Shema on our head and on our heart and on the doorposts of our house. People revere mezuzahs, check mezuzahs, kiss mezuzahs, and even dubiously use them as talismans, which the Rambam, by the way, abhorred. You can see that in Hilchos Tefillin, Perek Hey Halacha Daled. But do we actually think and meditate about what is inside them before we enter or leave our homes, or before we pray? Research has shown that the first few minutes of departure and reunification and its attendant rituals make an enormous impact on the couple's sense of togetherness and intimacy. A kiss on the cheek, or a warm moment of eye contact when leaving for the day, and when returning, is powerful. The mezuzah and tefillin are quietly screaming at us daily to stop and pay attention to the fundamentals of life before we pray, when we venture outside, when we return home, when we wake up, and when we go to rest. This is true in regard to our intimacy with family, our spouses, or with God. We should endeavor to leave and return home in a mindful state. Consider not walking in the house while on your phone, and to even silence it for a few minutes after entering.